Square table. I see. Why don't we move to a rec table? All right, so thank you to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you who decided to be on time today. Hopefully you have the checklist. Hopefully you have your writing.
Checklist.
What happens if we already finished that draft?
Would you wait and see what the lesson is about today and then ask me a question? Yeah. Okay. Or then not ask me questions? All right, so this is session 9. And there's a picture of a, what's that? Did you ever give it to me? But see, you gave it to me, I wasn't paying attention to anything. I gotta stop. Ladies and gentlemen, if I don't ask you something, don't give it to me because then I put it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. This happens all the time.
Lala, you asked him to give you go.
No, I know, but she gave it to me today. Did you see where I put it? Where was I?
Nobody remember.
All the drafts are on the back table.
Wait. Oh my God. I Don't make my draft in 4 hours.
But Mr. Like, there's a thing. I didn't finish my draft.
I think we're gonna edit it, so edit what we're already have, and then what did you write? I think the
Let me
middle
go
one.
through this and then we'll look for it, okay?
I'm done. I'm not done.
I can even see the second. Okay. But yeah, that's one of my worst habits, is that if I'm not paying attention to something, you give me a piece of paper, I put it somewhere, I just don't know where I put it.
That happens to everyone when you're not paying attention.
Yeah, when I'm just not thinking about it. So I shouldn't have even taken it from you, I'm sorry. I'll figure out where I put it. So, there is something due at the end of the day that you will need to know, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So, however you're going to figure it out later, that you need to turn into me, and if not, you will do it over the weekend. Yeah, okay. So we have, that's a soccer, something around there, an ice hockey, something around there, a basketball, something around there, and a rugby football one. What do you think those are? Why am I showing them to you? Talk to your partner.
Go. Because they're different.
All right, so most of you understood it's a goal. So we're talking about goals today, and we're talking about plans today. So,
It's your writing tip of the day.
all right, so what we do. One day I will change it. One day. The amount of stuff that it just happens. What we do is we set goals for ourselves, we make a plan, and then we work. And that's in life, not just in writing. If you want to get a better backhand, if you want to work on a drop shot, if you want to work on a new dance move, if you want to learn a soccer move, if you want to get on base more, take walks more, you have to set yourself a goal. If you want to lower your handicap, you want to do better on a bike jump, you have to set a goal, you have to make a plan on how you're going to do that, and then you got to work your tail off in order to succeed. And that's life. That is life. That is everyday life. So that's what we do. Okay? And I'm going to talk about that process, and I'm going to model it for you, then I'm going to ask you to do the same. The first thing that you do, I'm going to show this real quick, and then I'm going to show you my writing so you can see that. Okay? Actually, maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I will. Let's do that. You first have to look at the checklist, so I'm going to go over that. And what I mean by choose, you have to choose an area. You can't really look at the whole checklist and look at your writing all at the same time. It's very difficult. Okay, but if you focus in on one area of the checklist and then read your writing through what we call a lens, so through that lens, and you try and find evidence of that, and then if you don't find any evidence, then you make yourself a plan, or you make yourself a goal. So let me show you what that means. Again, all the sessions and stuff reappear at the end. The learning goal, the process, everything reappears. The exit slip, everything reappears. You don't have to ask questions about it. I have it up on the screen. It comes back. Trust, 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 trust. Okay, so here is the checklist. It is the Memoir writing checklist. Hopefully you grabbed one. If you don't, you'll need one afterwards. It's on the table in the back. For me, the easiest lenses to look at are the lead and the ending. Because you just read your lead and you read your ending, and you know if you've done it well or not. Overall, that's about the whole piece. Transition, so that's how I go from one thing to another. Organization, kind of self. Their endings right here. Okay, and then we have the more important stuff that they put importance on, this thing called elaboration and craft. And then we have the spelling, punctuation, and color. So color is like how do we spice up our sentences and stuff. I'm not going to necessarily focus on any of these right now. I don't think that that's something I'm going to work towards at this moment when it comes to punctuation, when it comes to spelling. I might look at color, I might not. But what I'm going to do first is I'm definitely going to look at my lead. Okay, and what the expectation is, my text, so my writing, has a beginning that introduces an idea about my life. The beginning might foreshadow what the memoir will be about, or may state my idea clearly. So foreshadow means it's like a hint. It's like, it's probably going to be about this, but I'm not going to be very specific. Okay? So, does it introduce an idea about my life? All righty. Let's look at my beginning. So now I'm going to look at my beginning, and I'm going to look for proof that I've done that.
I can draw down. I'm gonna shut down the.
What if I do that? That's better. Okay, got it. All right, so sometimes in my life, or sometimes in life, you have no choice. When my mom told me we were moving to Florida, I didn't have a choice. That day changed the course of my life. I realized years later that I had just played my final soccer game.
What?
I don't know. There's an idea about maybe choice, but I also talk about my last soccer game. I think maybe there's an idea here, like that you have no choice. So I'm going to highlight that, saying yes, I have something in there about an idea, but I do not think it's clear. So I'm going to leave myself a little note that I'm not being very clear. Okay. So at this point, I definitely want to be clear. I definitely want to have a clear idea in my beginning. So I'm going to go into my writing notebook and I'm going to make myself a goal. And my goal is, by the time I publish, my lead will have a clear idea. And I think I really want to foreshadow. I don't think I want to tell people specifically what the story is about, so I'm going to try that too. And have foreshadowing in it. So that's my goal. What's my plan? My plan, I think I'm going to have to write a bunch of leads. I think for now I'm going to say I'm going to try 5 different leads. Or maybe I could even define it as a page and a half of leads. If like I'm thinking about a writing workshop day and a whole page and a half, maybe I'll say a page and a half of leads. So that's my plan. My plan is to do a page and a half of leads, and then I think I need to find someone to give me some feedback. Maybe that's going to be another teacher. Maybe I'm going to ask one of you to give me feedback about that. So that step 1 of my plan is I'm definitely going to try 5 different leads, a page and a half of leads. And then my second step is I'm going to find someone to kind of tell me if this is good or not. Or maybe I can try and find a way. I don't know. Okay, no, no, I skipped a step. Step 2 is I'm going to pick what I think is the best. And then I'm going to show someone and see which one they pick. See if we agree. Maybe I'll have a talk about that. Maybe I'll use my partner if I have a partner. Okay, so I'm going to try 5 different leads. I'm going to pick one that I think is the best, and then I'm going to have my partner maybe read through them and pick which one they think is the best, and maybe talk about it. That's my plan. Okay, so what did I do? Let's go back. I chose one thing to look through. I chose lead. I read my lead through that lens of knowing what is a good lead and what isn't. I realized I have some pieces on it, and I found those pieces and highlighted them. But I also think I need to be better on that. So I set myself a goal in my writing notebook, and I set a plan as to what I was going to do. Now, the next thing I would do is pick another part of the checklist and do that process. So I'm going to have a bunch of different goals in here. I'm going to have a bunch of different plans. But what's nice about this is when I have it in my, excuse me, then it's mixed. If you are doing this on your time, and you are not interrupting this class. So now, since I have it in my writing notebook, when I'm making a plan for the day and a goal for the day for my writing, guess what? It's already done. I just have to copy it down in my learning notebook for that day. So one day I'm going to choose that plan of I'm going to write 5 things today, and I'm going to talk with my partner at the end about it. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Probably not. I'm probably not going to answer you. All right, so I want to tie this back into the beginning. Each and every day as a writer, we need to have goals. We need to have a plan, and we got to work. I mean, this stuff this takes work to do. It takes focus, it takes concentration, and you're all able to do it. Here are all the things I talked about and your exit slip today. I guess I would need your writing notebook. If you're all right giving me your writing notebook, if you're not, I'll take it Monday. If you want your writing notebook over the weekend, you can take it home over the weekend. If you don't mind giving it to me this afternoon, that's fine too. If not, I will collect this Monday. But Monday or this afternoon is all of your goals and all of your plans for the rest of this unit. So looking through all of that checklist, I don't want you to concern too much about the spelling, punctuation, and color. I mean, if you want to skip those, you can. Okay, but the rest of the day is you looking through your writing, looking through your draft, looking through this checklist, setting yourself goals and making yourself a plan.
So,
All right, and that's your...
So you recommend us to take our writing course?
No, what I'm saying, if you're not finished with your goals and you're not finished with your plan,
Yes.
and you want to, or you are finished, but you want your writing notebook, then you can take that home and I'll check it on Monday. If you're finished and you don't care that your writing notebook stays here over the weekend, then that's cool too. Yes.
But don't we have each day a different goal, each day a different...
Right, so I'm saying I have one goal and like a 3-step plan. I'm gonna have way more than one. That was just for my lead. Now I need to look at my transitions. Do I have transitions? And then I have to set a goal for my transition.
But then we will not have time to write our...
Today, probably not. Now, this is where we have to make a decision. If you're not done with your draft, it might be a better idea to finish your draft right now and then start going through the checklist. So now you're going to be kind of behind. So it's up to you. It's your choice. Yes.
Like, for example, I made...
But let me say this. If you're ready and you know what you're doing, bye. If you have a question, you can say yes.
But what happened about this? That you have one draft done and you start one, but it's not done.
If you did a draft yesterday, I would look at that and make some goals today.
I'll give you mine.
All the drafts are in the back except for Laura's because I don't know where I put it. And I will now find it.